Look at your operating system. Really, look at it. If you're on Windows or Mac OS, you're not the admin, you're the product. These systems aren't designed to empower you. They're designed to monitor you and keep you dependent. Why? Because their entire business model depends on your ignorance. They need your data, and they need you helpless inside their walled garden. Linux destroys that model. It gives the power back to you, and that is a nightmare for their bottom line. In the next 8 minutes, I'm breaking down the architectural reason they can't compete, why Linux security is superior by design, and how to start using it today without crashing your PC. Stick around to find out the biggest lie Microsoft ever told you. Let's dive in. When you understand how operating systems are built at their core, the fear big companies have of Linux suddenly makes sense. Let's start with the kernel, the heart of everything. Linux runs on a completely open source, monolithic kernel. That means every line of code is visible. Every commit, every function, every driver, nothing can be hidden. Windows or Mac OS, they're closed, opaque, locked behind NDAs, legal walls, and corporate secrecy. On Linux, if a corporation tried to sneak in a data collection backdoor, the entire global kernel community will spot it in hours. Not days, hours. And that's the nightmare scenario for big tech, because closed source operating systems depend on you not knowing what the OS is doing behind your back. Telemetry, profiling, behavioral tracking, it's all hidden behind the trust us philosophy. On Linux, trust us doesn't exist. You don't trust the developers, you verify them. The architecture forces transparency, and transparency destroys the business model built on your data. Now let's talk about the real reason corporations hate this. The permission model. On Windows, apps run with way more privileges than they need. That's why malware spreads so easily. It has unnecessary system-level access. On Linux, nothing moves without explicit authorization. The separation between userland and the kernel is strict, enforced, and minimalistic. If a malicious code wants to touch your system, it hits a wall. Sudo, the single command they cannot bypass. And here's the brutal truth. Big tech is terrified of sudo, because sudo means you are the ultimate authority, not them, not their app store, not their update pipeline. Linux puts you in absolute control, and corporations can't compete with that architecture without giving up the very model they profit from. Here's a twist they hope you never notice. The same companies that swear Linux is too complicated use Linux to run almost the entire internet. For example, Amazon, Linux, Google, Linux, Meta, Linux, Tesla, Linux, SpaceX, Linux. Over 90% of the cloud, like Amazon Web Services, Azure, Google Cloud, is Linux under the hood. Even Microsoft Azure, the biggest competitor to Amazon Web Services, literally runs on a custom Linux kernel variant. They couldn't scale Windows, they had to use Linux. Android, the world's biggest OS, is Linux. SteamOS, it's Linux. Supercomputers, they're 100% Linux. They don't avoid Linux, they rely on it. Because it's the only system stable, fast, and secure enough for global scale computing. Also, if you're serious about cybersecurity, you're already living in the Linux terminal. There's no alternative. Every exploit, every pentest framework, every serious tool, it's all built for Linux first. And here's where Linux leaves everything else in the dust. When a zero-day vulnerability is found in Linux, the global open source community patches it within hours. With closed source systems, you wait, you hope, and you pray. Because only the corporation can fix it, and they fix it when it fits their release schedule. Meanwhile, the vulnerability window stays open. Linux does not have that vulnerability window. Transparency creates speed, and speed creates security. Now look ahead. All modern AI tooling like Python, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Docker, they're all designed to run on Linux. The entire field of machine learning is moving deeper into open source and server-based workflows. And guess what? Developers follow the tools, and tools follow the Linux. The talent is moving to the terminal, and corporations know it. To control the future, they will need to control the OS. But Linux is the one thing they can't buy, can't lock down, and can't monetize at the scale they want. Now let's fulfill the third promise. How to start using Linux today. Safely, easily, and without breaking your system. Forget the old stereotypes. Linux is not just black screens and command lines. Modern distributions are polished, fluid, and simple. For example, Ubuntu is beginner-friendly, it's stable, and it has massive support. Linux Mint is perfect for Windows migrants, and Pop! OS is optimized for creators, developers, and gamers. They look clean, they run fast, and they're designed for normal users, not just hardcore engineers. Here's the exact plan that works for everyone. First, download a virtual machine. You can use VirtualBox or VMware. Install Ubuntu, Pop! OS, or any Linux distribution inside it. It's risk-free because everything is sandboxed. Once you get comfortable, you can set up dual boot so you can switch between Windows and Linux. Windows can be used for gaming and specific apps, while Linux for cybersecurity, developing, privacy, and control. Third step is learning the terminal. No matter which distro you pick, the terminal is your real weapon. Learn it and you unlock the real power. Automation, hacking, scripting, AI workflows, everything that makes you dangerous in cybersecurity. And here's the final truth. Linux isn't an operating system, it's philosophy. A philosophy built on transparency, control, and freedom. And if there is one thing you should remember from this video, it's this. The biggest lie Microsoft ever told you is that you need them to be safe. You don't. You need control. That's Linux. If this gave you a clearer picture of how the system really works, you're already ahead of the curve. Tell me in the comments which distro you're planning to try. I'll guide you if you need it. Also, the Discord server is in the description. Join it if you want a place where we talk cybersecurity without filters. And one more thing, channel memberships are coming soon. I'll be releasing deeper, more technical content exclusively for the people who will join. Real masterclass level stuff. Stay curious and stay ethical. See you in the next one. Bye friends.